Lego exclusive sets. So there were 3 of these. There was a Marvel one, mainly for Captain Marvel, a DC one, which was mainly for Batman, and a Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker one, which was for the Sith Trooper bust. Now that one I'm not going to be going over here because I did not win that one through the random lottery selection that they did for Comic-Con this year. And that is probably the best one to not win because there is nothing super special about it. But yeah, and it's weird that I didn't get that one because it is the most common out of the 3. They made 3,000 of that one, and I believe 1,500 of each of these. So, and they are numbered at the top. The Captain Marvel one for me is 434 out of 1,500, and the Batman one for me is 858 out of 1,500 for me. So those are some, yeah, the numbers are going to be different for everyone who got these. And anyway, yeah, they're both nice builds, and I'm going to actually start out with the Captain Marvel set here. So I'm going to be going over both these in this video, so I'm going to just do them each individually. So we're going to start off with this one. So this set has 271 pieces, set number 77902. It is called Captain Marvel and the Asis, and it's recommended for ages 9+. And it is also, well, actually, I will go over the box art later after I actually review the set itself. So this set is primarily a build of this. I believe it is the Asis. So that is a ship from the movie, and it is on a little build here to make it look like it's flying, but I'm actually not gonna go over that first. I'm going to go over the figures for this set first. I'm going to go over Maria Rambeau first. So this figure is actually exclusive. Now, this is pretty interesting because often LEGO does not do Comic-Con exclusive figures with their exclusive sets. So that's a pretty, hang on, gotta get that to, there we go. They usually don't do exclusive figures with their sets, so it's pretty interesting because this is a new face print here. So she does get a smile on this side, and then a much more, happy smile showing some teeth there. This is actually a reused torso from Star Wars, I believe, along with the legs, which are just plain legs, not at all exclusive to this, and she includes the Harry Potter hairpiece. And they also include with her this helmet with a visor piece that is a newer visor piece that was for the LEGO City sets recently. So she does have that helmet, along with one of the breathing apparatuses right here as well, which can go under her head. So that is it for the Maria Rambeau minifigure. Next is the real, best figure in this set. This is the Captain Marvel, or technically, because of her suit, this would be Veers, because this is her Kree suit. So it is similar to the one that they had before in the Captain Marvel and Endgame sets, but they did change up the colors a little bit to be, I believe that is a teal. Yeah, I think they use mostly teal and then silver on there, opposed to the red and gold that they did previously. No leg printing. I thought the hands were going to be in teal, but I'm not disappointed by this or anything. And it looks really good, though. I'm very surprised with how this torso came out. That's really cool. Just like the Maria Rambeau figure, this is an exclusive torso, like I said before, which is interesting for this to be in a Comic-Con exclusive set, because, they're usually not including exclusive figures, which does up the value of this year's set a little bit more. She does include the same face print that was used on the Captain Marvel in previous sets, the Kira face print there, and then also just the same hairpiece used before. They also give you just these 2 little blasts here, so she has those, and then you also get, a little attachment here for her feet, which is, just to make her look like she's flying, and those do have little pins in here, and I will show what those are for later. And then they have an alternate one that you could do, which is just, you can take these out, and you could put in these ones, and that is supposed to have a clip on there, and like that. And you can also replace these with these when you have this on. So anyway, that's really it for the figs. Now we're going to get onto the actual set. I'm going to start with the bottom section down here. That is actually a build of Goose the cat from the movie. So if you look on the side, that is a cat piece right there, which is the same one from the Captain Marvel set, which is just attached right there. And then you have the big Flurkin thing coming out of his mouth there, which is huge and really weird looking. And they used a bunch of leaf pieces to make that. There's a toolbox right here, a little tank of whatever that is, propane or gas or something like that. And then here are just a couple of crates. You could just take that one off there because it's at a bit of an angle. And there's a wrench there. And they do give you a nice angle here using that little technique there and bringing that up there for the, the display for the ship. Now this ship can easily be removed because it's only set on there by a few studs. So I'm actually just going to go over the ship by itself, not with the rest of the build. So this thing, it's actually, it looks a lot like the ship in the movie. I'll give it that. You have a little, I'm going to start from the back area here. The thrusters on the back look pretty good there. I like the way that they built this. It's pretty interesting. They have these little flaps here, which I guess you can move those, but I think they're just supposed to remain like that. You have these, which I'm really happy that you can't move those any farther down, so they stay in that one position there, which looks really good. This back section here included some nice building techniques that were much appreciated by me, at least. And then it moves up here, and you also have this Nexonite shield in I think that's translucent blue, actually, and dark blue. And that's interesting. I think that's supposed to represent the hyperdrive engine or whatever that was in the movie. There's the pointy thing on the front there, which I think adds a lot of, like, a huge touch to this set and just makes it so much better with that one little piece right there. The, the cockpit section here has a printed slope right there, which I believe we have seen before, and a lever here for the pilot, which should be Maria Rambeau, just sitting in here, and you could give her the helmet as well. There's the fire extinguisher back there, which I don't think Marvel or Lego Marvel will ever forget to put that in sets, so you can put her right in there like that. You can't fit her, I mean, yeah, you can, I think you can lean her back a little bit. There, she fits better now. And that's really it for the ship. I mean, there are a lot of exposed studs, and I would have preferred if maybe those were covered up. And that's really my only problem with this. I mean, the size is pretty nice, and it's okay. It's okay. And you can, like I said, you can put it on this larger build here for the display, which I think works really well. You get a really nice angle with that build, and I just really like that. Now, I'm also just going to show here what the different leg attachments for Captain Marvel are supposed to do. So I actually believe that this is supposed to go on this side instead, and these are supposed to be swapped out with the much smaller hand attachments there, and she can just be clipped on right on the side of the ship and just fly alongside it like that. So that looks pretty good like that. I really like that position. Now, I'm not a huge fan of your other option here. So the other option is to be able to use the smaller blast pieces here and give her the really large hand attachments, and you can put these little pins here right into this build here. Now, it looks okay. I mean, from certain angles, it looks pretty good. It just kind of, the Goose build right there kind of gets in the way a little bit, but I think it does look pretty good when you think about it as a ship flying with a, her flying next to it. I just think it would have been maybe a bit better if instead of with these large black pieces used here, they could have just used the clear versions of that, but I don't know if they had clear pieces of all of those. But I just think at least that one large bar right there would have looked better and clear. Now, that's it for the Captain Marvel build, the Captain Marvel and the Aces. I'm now going to go over the box for this set because the boxes for these are great. Now, here's this one, and like I already said, the number of mine, and I'm also going to go on the top here, because you have some pretty neat things up here. So that's the number. It's a pretty, reflective thing there. Special limited edition, approved by the Lego Builders Authority. That is an interesting thing there that they have. And then, the 50th anniversary Comic-Con exclusive there. You do have the main build right there, and then some really nice art of Captain Marvel there, which looks pretty nice. And then you have around the back is the actual build there. So that looks pretty cool. And then this also is the Lego architecture / ideas style of box, which is great that it's that nicer, more elegant style of Lego set box. So anyway, that is it for the Captain Marvel set. Now I'm going to go on to the Batman one with this build here, and then a Batman figure, which I will take a lot less time to cover than I did with the Captain Marvel figures. Because this Batman, we have seen countless amount of times. This is the most common Batman minifigure there is. It's just so, it's so common. Like, this thing was included in the Lego movie sets, it was in the Batman sets of, they included one of these in, every Batman wave of Lego sets. This is not new to us or anything. He does have this the bat grappling hook thing here, which is the new Overwatch gun piece with a little grappling hook on the front. And then, as you know, he has the smile on the other side, back printing there. Nothing special, because this is a super common figure. I think it would have been better to include the newer style of Batman figure. Not even exclusive, just one that they have in some of the newer sets. Anyway, there's this build, which I do have to say, I much prefer this over the Captain Marvel set. And I will admit, I'm not the biggest DC fan, but I am a huge Marvel fan. But I think this is just perfect. It is great. You have the nice Gotham City skyline in the back there. There's some really interesting building techniques used here too. Like, these are on hinges on the side, so you can kind of fold those out a little bit. They're not supposed to be like that because it's just a nice building, but that's how they were built. You have a nice, just really nice textures and everything for the buildings. I really like the build for this building specifically there. You have the bat signal right there, which I really like how they did that. It's so simple, but it works so well. And then around the back, I think that actually by itself just looks really cool too. And you get a very simplified skyline there. And then you also have a specific, just single building here. That binocular piece tends to fall off. I really don't like that piece, and I do not like it when Lego uses it. But there's this one building here, which is, in front of all the other ones, which I really like the depth that they used for this, and just the distance that it kind of shows as well. I really like that. So you have the two gargoyles here, in a little spot up here for Batman to stand, and maybe you want to have his cape flowing in the wind, because that's kind of what they're supposed to do, and they're standing heroically on top of the building ready to fight some crime. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And there's a ladder here as well, a water tower, and it's really just great. This set is really nice. I really like the build for it and everything. It's just perfect. I love the back. The front build's really good too. Just the back is a lot better, but this is still really good. The part about this set that is exclusive is only this 2x3 printed tile here, which celebrates 80 years of Batman, which is pretty cool there, which is a nice, really great tile there. I'm just gonna get that to focus there. Alright, there it is. Celebrating 80 years of Batman. That's really cool. Really nice looking there. And yeah, it's just a great build. I really like it. And let's just put Batman right there. And now I'm going to go on to the really nice box art, which is right here. You have really nice looking Batman there. This one actually has 427 pieces, which is much more than the Captain Marvel one. It makes this much more worth the price of being $45 when you buy this at the Lego booth at Comic-Con. Now, this is also set number 77903. recommended for ages 9+, and the official name for this is The Dark Knight of Gotham City. Now, this has the same things that were shown on the other box up there, and then around the back, you actually do get the build there, the whole build. So that is it for the Batman set box, and that is really it for both the reviews. And now I'm just going to go over if these are good sets. Now, the Batman one there, it is great. It is something that I don't think LEGO would do as an official set, and was just great to make as an exclusive. It's just exactly what I would want from LEGO as a Comic-Con exclusive. It's just very, yeah. But if you get what I mean with that. But the Captain Marvel one over here, now this feels like it could be pulled off as an actual set, maybe without the flying position here with the bar there, or the bottom part or anything, but like this could have been a set, and maybe like a $15 set with just the build, like of the ship. But I mean, it's not that great. I mean, it's good for the, I think what's great about it is definitely the minifigures. Now, that, like the Captain Marvel figure here, great torso printing, great new printing there, along with the Maria Rambeau figure there, which, I mean, this set is also not completely accurate to the movie as well, because Maria Rambeau is piloting this ship when that should be Dr. Wendy Lawson. But, I mean, Maria Rambeau is a much more important character, and it's probably better that they included her, so they probably did that for a reason. But this probably just could have been a regular set that they didn't have to do as an exclusive, and maybe they should have done an Avengers Endgame one instead. I feel like that would have been much more loved by, well, people who went to Comic-Con and had the opportunity to win these, probably not by the larger LEGO community who did not have the chance to get that set. They probably would have been quite offended by the fact that LEGO would do that for only people who were going to Comic-Con. So I think this was a better choice maybe to do one for Captain Marvel, because a lot of people would have been very upset if they did one for Endgame. I would have been happy, but that's just me, because, you know, I actually went there, but a lot of people did not and would have probably been upset with that. And people were already not happy enough with the choice of making this the Captain Marvel figure that we wanted from the first Captain Marvel set. But yeah, I mean, it's still a really good set. I mean, the build is pretty nice. It's nothing special, but I mean, it's good. It's good, but it's not great. Batman one, on the other hand, is great. Now, anyway, that is really it for all I have to say about these two sets here. And anyway, now I'm just going to say thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.